Hey guys, welcome back to the All Things Christian Rock News. Got quite a bit to cover today, so I'm gonna just jump into it. First of all, if you are not following the All Things Christian Rock Spotify playlist, I recommend you do so. That's a great way to keep up with new music. There's been a new music playlist for a while. There's maybe, 20 of you guys following it. But now there are two others. You can find links to all three of them in the description of this video. So the main one, which has been around for a while, is just rock, metal, anything that's like kind of reminiscent of either of those. And then there's two new ones. One is specifically like hardcore metal kind of stuff, and then the other is mostly just rock stuff. So maybe the one that's just rock or just metal is more your liking. You can check that out. Again, links to all three of these are in the description of this video. Today is May 29th of 2020. The two major things I want to point out as of coming out today: Isolate by Deathbreaker and The We Came as Romans Fit for a King crossover. Isolate by Deathbreaker came out today on Facedown Records. They had already released the two singles Spite and Choke. Both were great tunes. If you liked those songs, you're going to like the rest of the album. It's just crazy hardcore. It's a good time. And then the other major release was, like I mentioned, the We Came as Romans Fit for a King crossover. We kind of knew ahead of time what these were going to be. We knew we were going to get a new version of Backbreaker by Fit for a King and a new version of Carry the Weight by We Came as Romans. However, what I was kind of thinking what was going to happen is it would just be like the normal version, and then the singer of the other band would come in and maybe do a verse or a chorus or something. Just like a guest feature, sort of. What we got instead was more of like what kind of feels like a high quality vocal cover. Ryan Kirby of Fit for a King straight up just takes it away on Carry the Weight by We Came as Romans, and vice versa. These bands are very similar, and then what makes them different, it's cool to hear those differences translated. If you like either of the bands, check it out. There's another new single that came out today by Lightworker. I don't think I've mentioned them yet on the YouTube channel. I post about them a lot on the Facebook page, so if you're not following the Facebook page, make sure you do that. And I also have had their music on the Spotify playlists for a while. They're a new band on Solid State Records, and their debut album, Fury by Failure, will be coming out June 12th. All three of the songs that have come out so far are awesome, and I'm really excited to hear what comes with the full album. Couple things for the guys looking for a new rock band: Relent, who have actually been around for a little bit. They semi-recently signed to Rockfest Records and re-released their album Heart Attack. It's almost Papa Roach sounding, but much darker tone. If you want to just hear a couple songs to see if you like it or not, check out Rise, Send a Miracle, and Low. Low is actually, I believe, a new song, and it wasn't on the original version of the album, but on the re-release it got added on there. Something that I bet a lot of rock fans are excited about is Nine Lashes Gain back in the game. On May 9th, they dropped the single Guilty Hands, which is the first release they've had since their 2018 single Breaking Out, and they haven't had an album since 2016's Ascend, and Ascend was kind of going in a pop rock direction. So hearing these new singles have a much heavier tone, especially Guilty Hands, which is their new song, it's very refreshing. News has not yet come out if they are having a full album or not, but there is a countdown on their website on when their next album is going to drop. It will probably be sometime next week if I remember correctly. You can check that out yourself. In this time of crisis, bands are having to do everything they can to make a little bit of extra money because, most of their money is supposed to be coming from touring, and no one's touring right now because, the world is ending. Something we're starting to see is bands releasing instrumental versions of their albums. Over the course of the last few months, Silent Planet has released instrumental versions of all of their albums. Especially if you play music or you're in production or anything like that, check it out. Really, any little bit of money that you can help give the bands helps them, but also it's just really cool to hear these songs a little bit stripped away and you really get to see what they are in a truer form. Today we also saw Weeping Hour put out a deluxe edition of their album, and it's really just got some instrumental versions of their songs. In fact, my band Tundra, we had our album Wastelands come out pretty recently. On our YouTube channel, we have been posting guitar playthroughs of all the songs on the album. Leading up to the day that the last one comes out, we will have an instrumental version of our album as well. It's kind of deathcore-y. If you like that kind of stuff, check it out. Make sure to follow it on Spotify or whatever. Give Wastelands a listen to, and maybe hear the instrumental version of it when it drops on June 26. These are hard times, not just because of COVID, but there's a lot of civil issues going on right now as well. And it's not not helping the soul at all. And something that we're starting to see more and more, especially in recent years, is people walking away from the Christian faith. John Steingard, vocalist of Hawk Nelson, has actually I believe he actually left the band due to his religious differences and believing that God no longer exists. Well, that's kind of how it's come out in the media, but when you really dive into it, it's more of he's open to the idea that there is a God, but if there is a God, it's not how we we're brought up to believe it. This is especially surprising from Hawk Nelson because they're specifically more of a contemporary Christian music band, and they're not even really a rock band anymore and haven't been for quite some time. Along those same lines, on Sean Spawn's Facebook, he is previously of the band I the Breather, has been teasing some stuff that we've all been getting excited about because it seems like I the Breather might be doing a reunion. However, there's some stuff on there that suggests that maybe it's no longer of the Christian faith. I don't know if it's because he's not a Christian anymore or he just doesn't want I the Breather to be a Christian band anymore. I think it might be the latter, specifically seeing how there's a new Facebook page for simply called Breather instead of I the Breather, so at least they'd be taking the step to separate themselves from what they used to be. Sometime within the next probably week, I'm going to be releasing on this YouTube channel an essay video about bands walking away from the Christian faith and why that's so common nowadays. So make sure to subscribe so you can see that when it comes out. Hey guys, quick thing I forgot to mention. Demon Hunter is making a new music video right now. If you are not part of their Blessed Resistant fan page, do that. If you're a diehard Demon Hunter fan like I am, there's tons of stuff. They're always talking about, what they're doing next, and they've posted some teasers as to what song it might be. I'm not going to spoil it because you should just be part of the Blessed Resistance anyways, but they've been posting some videos, as well as there's a brief description on what the song is about that the music video is for. If you're pretty familiar with their War and Peace that came out last year, it's a pretty good hint as to which song it is. I guess that's about all I got for today, so make sure to subscribe, like the video, comment anything you think I might have left out, like the Facebook page, follow whatever Spotify playlist you want, follow all 3 of them for all I care. Be nice to each other, support your bands in any way that you can, whether it's just listening to their music, buying their merch, whatever way you can. Until next time, peace and God bless.